Well, hello, everybody. This is going to be interesting. Hello, good evening. I'm going to work on a junk journal out of envelopes, scheduled to be live over in Facebook land, but all reports I'm getting is that it's not working over there. So I'm over here. I'm over here where it's working on YouTube, and I'm hoping that you guys can find me, that you can see me. If all my regular crafty chicks will say hello, that would be fantastic. I'm just going to try to grab the feed myself, make sure that it's working and that you can see me. Hello, hello. Don't know that I'll need this tonight, so we're going to move it out of the way. Oh, yes. Yes, I think it's working. Fantabulous. Now you can help pin a message to the top of your live view. Okay, got it. Let's see if anybody's here. If you come on, when you come on, can you say hello and let me know that you're here? Because I would love to be able to chat with you in the comments. I see the comments there. Live chat, all messages. I'm not seeing any messages, but hello, hello. Okay, so I got all the stuff, you guys. Uh-oh. Hold on. We got some camera issues here. Hold on, friends. What on earth is going on? There I am. Hi, guys. Hello. Oh my gosh, can you tell? I'm a newbie at, hold on, we're going to change this up. Settings, camera, and we want back camera. Yeah, baby, that's what we need so that you can see my table. That's much better. So much better. Sorry about that. Oh, Lord, oh, Lord, we're going to get it together. Hey, Mary, I'm so glad you made it. Gia's here. Hello, Gia. Can you guys see me? Welcome. Thanks for being here. Hit that like button so I know that you're here and you visited. Definitely say hello. There's Kimberly. A platform that works. Hey, Jeannie the Monica made it. Hello, Denise. I see you, girls. I see you. I see you. So last year, you guys, I think it was last year. Hey, Amanda, I made this. Okay, this is one of those plastic photo books that I got. I got it at the Dollar Tree, and I stuffed it with all kinds of decorative papers. And just as an example, I put some doilies in the front and just wrote on there favorite holiday recipes. And I made it with the idea that you could slip holiday recipe cards, or you could do it for any recipes inside the pages, and all of the pages would be decorative. Okay, love this idea. I love it. There was actually a cooking special on the Craft Around the Clock group. I don't cook, girls. So I thought, what can I do for the kitchen that would be really fun and decorative that involves paper? So I made this out of a plastic photo holder. So, but I've never used it because I don't really cook. So I thought maybe we could repurpose some of this tonight and use it. I don't know, but we're going to see. I have a ton of envelopes, you guys. If you're like me, do you have envelopes, like just envelopes of all shapes and sizes, just laying around from things? It's like, that's a good envelope. I'm not going to throw it out. Well, then you keep it and you don't know what to do with it. So that's where I am. I have all these envelopes. I'm going to try to lift you up a little higher. See if you can get more of this table. So I thought we'd make a mini journal out of some of these envelopes. So I'm going to pick like one of each kind of shape and size, and let's get these in a pile. But this one has a different flap than the other ones. And this actually isn't an envelope. It's a bag that was sent to me. Of course, I can't throw it out because I'm a junk journaler. So I was playing around with these already, as you can see, kind of connecting them to each other to figure out what could we create out of this. So that's what we're doing tonight. All right, let's see who's here. Hi, Jeannie Rice, and Christine is here. Text via. There you are, Mary says. Mary Lonovic, welcome, Debbie. You found me. You found me. Hey, Joy. Joy, your name over on YouTube is Paper Cuts by Joy. I did not know. Jeez, girl, if you have your own page, I gotta come follow you. Go to channel. I will do that later. Oh gosh, when I click on this is what I'm gonna do. I can pin your message. Look at that. Message pinned. Paper Cuts by Joy. Go follow her. I did not know, Joy, that you had your own channel here. Hey, Tammy Lynn. There's Spraps and Scraps. Not much there. That's okay. We can still get people over to support you for sure if they're willing and able. You're welcome. All right, Maureen Peterson is here. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad you made it. It's funny because it doesn't really tell me how many of you are here, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just psyched that you found me, given the fact that Facebook is not working. I love these little black envelopes, you guys. I have no idea where I got them. Not a stinking clue. I wish I did because I really like them. Okay, so what if I started out just, we're going to make it into a book. So we're going to make a book shape. And what I usually do is just stuff the flap from one envelope into another one to start this shape. And then, well, that's not going to work because it would have to be glued right there. Okay. And then figure out what to do with all the flaps and folds and all that jazz. So that's where I'm at. That's what we're going to do. I don't think I'm going to be able to work this in. I was trying, but it just doesn't make any sense because it's so long. It just doesn't match up with what we got going on here. So let's go into the side. But the smaller ones, now this one is the biggest one. You guys are just going to see me play here, monkey around with this. So this one could potentially be the outside. So what if we did something like this and made it a trifold? If we lined these up, or what if we did this? Made it a fold that way. Oh gosh, the possibilities are truly endless. All right, let's see. What if we stuck this one in here? Well, that's interesting. I like that it's hanging over a little. I like things to be a little different. You know me. We don't need a piece of hair in there. Then we could, well, if I folded this, I don't think this is going to fit in here exactly the way it needs to. We could make two folds here. Oh, wait a minute. I was wrong. Wow. If we just, we may not even need to sew a binding in here. If we just use these to make the pages of this book, because then we can add other ones and we can, usually I sew a binding in. Let me show you. So is this one made out of envelope? No, it's not made out of envelope, but you're going to get the point here. So this little book I love so much, and I decorated all the pages. I've got my 3 holes here, and I messed up the holes on the inserts. But usually what I would do is poke the 3 holes and then sew this into place on the inside to create our signature. Well, maybe we can just make the pages out of all of these envelopes, and then we would have the option to make them tuck spots as well. We're thinking through it. Let's see. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Tamara. Cindy's here from Illinois. Welcome, Cindy. Brenda's here. There's Shauna from Fraps and Scraps. All right, let's give Fraps and Scraps a little highlight now. I'm going to pin her post, and you guys can go follow her here on. Subscribe to her channel if you'd like to. Hi, Babs Wilson. Welcome. She said, hi, Grace and friends. Hey, Jeannie Clifton. Oh, I know. Carrie Bolts. Are you kidding me? I think you're so right. I wasn't wanting to craft by myself, she says. I'm so glad this is another way to connect. Exactly. Right? How blessed are we? Okay. So, of course, it's going to open this way. What do I do with this? This is like extra space right here. There's like this little, it's like almost an inch of space that's extra. Do I leave it? Do I attach? I don't know. I don't rightly know, but we're gonna play and just figure out what we want to do here. I wouldn't mind this black envelope being somewhere in here. I could tape it here and make a hinge so it folds out this way. I like that idea. If it's just kind of sitting here on its own. Okay, then I just have to decide, there's probably enough envelopes, right? Let's decide, what do we want to leave for openings to put stuff in, and what do we want to seal shut? I think this would make sense to leave this open. then I would have one coming this way. Then I would, on this one, I would have two. I would have one here and one here, which this is really flimsy. Of course, everything needs to get covered anyway, but I think I'm going to seal this one. Well, but if I do that, all of my tuck spots are on the left, which would make it left heavy. Okay, something to think through. That's not going to work because this won't close now. All right, we're going to go like this. We're going to do this. We're going to be left heavy. And then let's add something else to the right to make this make sense. We're going to start gluing here in a second. Just in a second. This is going to go here. For sure, I'm going to put that here so it folds open that way. Okay. Washi tape. I think I need some washi tape. All right. So I don't even know what colors I'm going with or what I'm doing here, but let's grab some black and white washi tape. I have lots of that. Oh, I have this new washi tape that Tammy sent me. Here's some more neutrals. I don't even know what direction I'm going with this, but it's okay. We're going to figure it out together. I just wanted to work on a book. Phyllis, you're so cute. She says, hello, Gia. Are you enjoying your trip? Carrie loves envelope journals. Just made a travel one for my bonus daughter who is deployed to Saudi Arabia. Oh, Carrie, that's a great thing to send to her. That's awesome. Let's see. Just want to make sure. Hey, Gary and Deborah Duckett. Hey, Debbie. Oh, Gia says I have so many envelopes left for my son's wedding. Oh, this is a really fun way to use them up. And it is kind of cool to mix them up with different shapes. Like other envelopes that have different shapes or sizes. I just was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if we could work this in here? But it's too wide, guys and girls. It's too wide. All right, let's get our glue. All right, here's the thing. I love my glue stick, but when you are gluing these panels down, and because you have to slip them in here, the glue stick gets so sticky that it's hard to slip them in. So I do like to use a liquid glue like this or tacky glue. So I'm just going to put a little glue on this flap. I feel like I have a clog in my little nozzle there. And we're going to slip that in there. Start this like this. Let's center that. No, you're not centered. Oh, it's really stuck on there now. All right, well, I guess you're not going to be centered. I guess that's the way you're going to be about it. Okay, so that one's going to go there. Uh-oh, this one was supposed to go in here. Right in there. Give it up. That glue, I tell you, that art glitter glue, it sets. Look at how it's already set, you guys. I guess we just changed the shape of that. So this one will go here. I don't remember. Did I have this one in first or second? Good gravy, folks. When you use this art glitter glue, make sure you know what you want before you start gluing things in, because it takes pretty quickly. All right, that gives us two cool little flaps here. Nice. And then I pulled these out. Oh gosh, you guys, I have these. I have a library card. There's something in here. Oh, there is. I did not know. Oh my gosh. I did not know there was something in there. There's a bunch of tabs in there. Oh, good I made. Maybe we'll use those. We shall see. Okay, we're just going to set those aside. I have the recipe cards. I have index cards. I just pulled a bunch of stuff. You know, you just have stuff. And the idea was, what could we do with all this stuff to create something cool? Okay, so we have 3 pages here, and then I was going to put this one here. If I go like this, it'll stuff that way. If I go like this, it'll stuff the other way. So we're going to go this way, and let's just grab a length of washi tape and not worry about what it looks like. Let's see. Jeannie wants to know if the sound is glitchy for anyone. Hey, Donna Calger, welcome, welcome. This is kind of a pretty tape. Let's use this one. Isn't that pretty? It's got a little gold in there. I know it's probably hard for you to see. Oh, that's too bad. Tamar says it's a little glitchy, but we got her live. But she's live. Yay. At least it's working, right? As opposed to the other option was no live at all. Hey, Janet. Chris? Hold on, guys. We got a teenager calling. We got to get my husband involved here. Griff? Yeah. Landon just tried to call me. Can you call him back? Yeah. Okay. Landon's at a volleyball game with a expectation that he'd be home at 9, and he's not home. So I'm sure he's calling to let us know he's running late. Well, we know this already, child. Sorry about that. All right, I can't get this thing separated, and it's making me sweat. Can I just be honest? I made hot tea, and I don't know. I'm not sure that I need hot tea right now. It would be kind of neat if this was sticking out, not right in the middle, right? Like, what if it, should we go up there with it? How would that be? Uh-oh. Oh, my husband said, don't get a ticket. I thought he said, you got a ticket? I think he said, don't get a ticket. Let's go a little high on this. What the heck? Why not? Okay, so I'm going to stick it on here first. And then we're going to go on here. And actually, you can do it this. Some people like to do it this way and then line up the envelopes to make sure you have good line up there. Like, that's cute. And then maybe we should put another bit of tape there. However, I may just wait to do the tape until we start putting more stuff on these pages, just so we know what colors we're doing. What, I don't know. I didn't even think about what paper to use here. Let's see if we can use some of that recipe card paper, the recipe book. I'm struggling tonight with my coordination. Not gonna lie. Hot tea. Tammy says our air conditioning is going. Tammy, what was the temperature there today? Today, I think it was 35 here. All right, that's Christmas paper, and I'm working on 2 Christmas books right now. So you can come with me and go over on this other pile. Oh, that's Christmas paper. What the heck, friends? That can be used somewhere else. This is gorge. Let's just flip through here quick and see. Oh, I like the spoons and forks. Let's just see if this is even the right size. Oh, and you know what else I wanted to see? What if we could, I can't get it out of there. What if I could tear this? Can I? Yeah. Look at. How easy breezy was that? I'm not loving the way that looks, but we could clean this up. Let's see. Is the white thing in between the plastic? Yeah, I think there's 2 clear films, and then the white thing is in the middle. So it's 3 layers of plastic, actually. But how cool would that be? All right, that's got to be my cover, although I still haven't decided what to do about that flap. Then this would be fun to have on the inside somewhere as a little place that you could put a picture in. It's like built-in plastic photo cover. Now, we don't have to keep all of these CDs. We don't have to keep all of them as as tuck spots. They don't have to be. I'm just wondering if I cut some of that off, I don't want to open it up. I just want to cut it right to the point where it's closed. If I cut beyond that dotted line, I think it's going to open this up on that side, and I don't want that necessarily. But wouldn't that be cute as a little side flap? All right, let's see. We'll come back with that tape. Let's use a different one than this one. Marianne, hello and welcome. It's your first time here on YouTube with me, or just like in general, you don't use YouTube a lot? I'd love to know, because I'm always curious about how you guys are using different social media. But welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you found me, Marianne, because, you know, the Facebook thing wasn't working. Just not happening. Okay, if I tape here, I will lose this opening, but if I tape it the way I just showed you, I should be able to get it on here, right? In theory, this is how this is going to work. Let's try this. It's worth a shot. So we're going to hide the hinge on this side, if that makes any sense. So the first thing we do, we take off the backing, and then we're going to attach this to this side, trying to, you know, get it even. I don't even necessarily care if it's totally centered, but even. And then we fold this back. And then we attach that to this. And then this won't get taped closed, if that makes any sense at all. I have to put my head in the camera shot probably, so I can see what I'm doing here. Is that where I want to be? I think so. So if I do that, then I've left this open, and we still have a flap with plastic fold that you can put anything. You put anything in here, but a photo would fit in there. I don't have a photo of anything to put in there. Nothing. We could put, just to show you, right? Because then it would hold whatever you wanted. How cool is that? Okay. Fabulosity. Now we're going to start covering some of these pages. Here where this is, this half flap here, if I had another envelope that size, I do. I think these were from Christmas cards. I could put this right here. Or we can cut a piece of cardstock big enough to cover that. So if I grab some cardstock, what color do we have here? We've got the green, and we've got this green and black. So these are all neutral, so I don't think it really matters. But let's grab, do I want a peach cover? Maybe just a gray cover. How boring of me. All right. Looking to see if I have my paper cutter anywhere. This could be a very interesting book. Okay, so I need this to be this size, that way. So let's get that first, oh, that was loud, that first cut done. How is everybody doing? It's Tuesday and it feels like it's Thursday to me. Like Thursday in the way that I've already done so much this week. We've already got so much stuff going. Okay, so that's the right size this way. And now I think what I'll try to do, I think I'm just going to line up with the greeting card so that the cover doesn't cover these things hanging out, which could be kind of cool. So this is the beauty of making your own, you guys. It can be completely unique, and it can be completely wacky and wonky, and no, but you don't have to explain your decisions to anybody because you get to choose. So if I put this, if I glue this down on this flap, this will cover, but it's still going to have these things hanging out, which I think is cool. So I'm going to do it. So now we just have to glue this to this. I think I'll use the glue stick. Janice says this is your first time watching a live on YouTube. Oh, you had to sign in to see the comments. Yes, Janice, you know what? It's really good that you said that, because people who don't know YouTube very well, that's one thing I get is I wasn't able to comment. Well, you cannot comment unless you have a YouTube account and you are signed in on your YouTube account. Okay, I'm going to use this as just a backdrop for my glue. So I can go right off the edge here, not ruin my book, my junk journal. I'm using this because I don't care about it. Just I threw it in the garbage, to be honest with you. I shouldn't have thrown it in the garbage. That's actually quite pretty. What was I thinking? What I was thinking as I was shopping for things to use in this junk journal is, holy crap, there's a ton of junk in this room. I like at some point, right? I know we're junk journalists and we love it. I have a bunch of these catalogs. I'm going to pull them out. I can use them for my glue background. At some point, though, honestly, you have to just say enough is enough. Like, you cannot keep everything. Like, I don't want to hear that you've invaded your house with cereal boxes and used up envelopes. I threw out a bunch of used envelopes that, junk mail envelopes that came. I've just collected too many and it's time to let go of some of them. Okay, so there will be our cover. This will be another flip. These are just, the envelopes are making up the whole pages rather than just the cover of this book. Marianne said I had to sign in and create an account too. Oh, Marianne, well, I'm glad you did it. I absolutely love YouTube, you guys. I really do. There's my tea saying hello. As a creative going live on YouTube, I've done it a few times, but obviously it's not my norm. So, when we first started the live, it was wonky, right? It was wonky because I don't know I'm not really great at it because I don't use it very often, but I'm on YouTube every day, like looking for fun videos. All right, I'm grabbing a stack of paper that someone gifted me. I don't remember which of you, so I apologize for not remembering. Somebody gifted me a ton of paper, and I'm going to pull some decorative papers to cover some of these panels with. I really like, why do I just go to greens so much? Let's just flip through some of these. Girls, it's a great way to use up some of your paper stash. So we're real neutral here, and then we have greens back here that are very earthy. All right, we might have enough green. I don't want blingy. I'm looking for vintagey. Of course, that's me. This is a really cool paper. Oh, it's about the ocean, though. You know what? When you're creating a book, I love the idea of doing something that's a true themed book, like all about the ocean, or a book that's all about trains, or I did the Vintage Beach Babes. I do love a theme, but at the same time, it's really fun sometimes to just let loose and not have a theme. I love this starfish right here. So let's put this on this page now. And you guys, I'm not a measurer. You don't see me pull out a ruler a lot. What I do is I just use a pencil mark to tell me where to cut. It's just how I roll. So we're going to cut there, and then I'm going to cut right there. Well, if I can see it. It's on the word C. And then that will give us a cover. I think that's my mark. Wait, where's my pencil mark? I think this is it. Someone is bounding up and down the stairs making a big ruckus. Does anybody else still use that word? Ruckus. They're making a ruckus. Oh gosh, you guys. Last night, I don't know what got into me, but we were kind of chilling out in the living room. That's pretty. It's just such a pretty, soft color, right? Or design, collage, whatever you call it. Debbie, that's a really great question. Jeannie, you're loving this platform? I do. I will say this about this platform. I love the comments. The comments seem easier to read because they're off to the right on my screen anyway. They're off to the right instead of underneath. So tell me for you in the comments, are your comments showing on your screen to the right or underneath? I think it's easier to follow because they're to the right for me. The other reason is I love the screen view. I love the landscaped screen view. So those of you who are enjoying this over here, enjoying this live, what about it? Tell me specifically what you're like what you're excited about. Those are the things that I immediately notice. I like where the comments are, and I like the long, wide. It seems like the screen is bigger, so you can see more. I would love, I watch Pam from the Paper Outpost, and I was actually watching one of her video recordings. Now, I don't even know that she goes live, to be honest with you. I'm just covering this up to have something decorative here. How pretty is that? I love it. Okay, see these two little flaps? They're already getting all whacked out. I may just cut them off. There's nobody that says, nobody's the boss of me. What if I just get rid of these two little flaps? Because they're already getting mucked up. So let's just get in here and try to, I'm going to cut straight across and then try to tear this off. Oh, maybe not. Where's my ruler? Where's my 100 ruler? I'm all over the place tonight, you guys. Okay, so tell me what you like about this. If I hold my phone portrait style, the comments are underneath. If I turn my phone landscape, then the comments are on the right. So Kimberly, which way do you like it better? Donna says they're showing underneath, but I'm watching from my phone. So see, Donna, if you can do what Kimberly's doing. She turned her phone. Didn't I just cut that? Oh yeah, I did. She turned her phone, the positioning of her phone the other way so that the comments are on the right. That's the way I like to watch as a viewer. And any feedback you guys can give is awesome because I don't go live on YouTube very often. I would like to do it more. I invested in StreamYard for that reason, so that I can use StreamYard with StreamYard, I can go live to multiple places at the same time, which is really nice. I'm trying to see if I can fit this in somewhere else. No, it's just too small, unless I was kind of thinking, all right, it's okay. I really love this paper though. I want to fit it somewhere else. Maybe not on this facing page, but maybe like in here. Oh, the ocean tides and sandy beaches, bare feet and lasting memories. Now it's feeling like it's taking on a theme, and I don't want it to necessarily have a theme. So let's go down here and take this part. It has the beginning of the word ocean, but that's not a problem. All right, so I need to cut here. We're just going to cover this in here. If I'm commenting that I like it portrait, but if I just watch on landscape. See, Kimberly, isn't it nice to have the option to go both ways? Facebook, from the creator's perspective, doesn't let me go live portrait anymore, landscape anymore. But I think when you're watching, you can make that adjustment to your phone. Okay, I don't want to lose this paper. So what I would normally do when I'm working on a book, I don't know how far we're going to get with this book tonight, but when I'm working on a book and I've started to use particular papers or tapes or anything that has a style, if I'm going to put this aside because I'm not done with it, then I'm going to put it aside together with all those things so that I can repeat these things somewhere in the book. Like I want to repeat these so that it's really cohesive. Usually that's what I want to do. I do not want to get glue over here because if I want to leave this, do I want to leave this as a tuck? There's a tuck here. There's a tuck here. We have these two tucks, one here and one on this side. You can slide something in. Then when you open this up, you have this tuck. I think I'm just going to make this a page. I'm going to glue it completely closed. Again, you get to decide. There's nobody the boss of you. I think because it's flimsy anyway, if you wanted to leave it as a tuck spot, just put the glue on these parts and leave this part open, and then you would have your tuck spot. But I'm gonna glue the whole dang thing down. That's what I'm gonna do. I will if I can find my glue. Hey, Vicky. Yes, Vicky, I am live. She says, I'm not sure if this is right. It says it's a live chat. Yes, Vicky. And Missy's saying hello to you. You have found me live on YouTube because Facebook was not working tonight. It's funny because a couple of you mentioned in my post where I said I was going live, one or two of you said, it's not quite working very well tonight. And then maybe a couple of you texted me that. And then I also, in the Essential Stencil brand ambassador chat, the owners were asking us, are you guys having trouble going live tonight? Because Melissa at Rustic Sawmill, at Miller's Rustic Sawmill, was having trouble going live for them. And so I said, I don't know. I haven't gone live yet, but I'm hearing that it is troublesome. And Melissa could never go live. She wasn't able to go live for them. Look, you guys, I really like that. I like how it's, now you see how coordinated that is. It's pretty. Oh, I love that. Is there anything else like that paper in this stash? Anything else ocean themed? I would think either go really matchy or whacked out not. Oh, this is cool. I like that. That's really pretty. I don't know if it's gonna, oh, clearly I used that somewhere. Usually I pull out, if I have just a scrap, I don't leave it with the big sheets. I usually pull it out. I'm just looking for things that kind of catch my eye. That might be good. And I don't have a theme. That's gorge. That and that together, I like. Don't know if it makes any sense anywhere in the book, but I like them together. I love stripes and florals or polka dots and florals together. What are you doing in there, little guy? You're not the right size. You go up here. I keep my 8x11 papers separate from my 12x12s. Some of you probably do that too. Okay, now I think we're into an actual, what is this? That is a strange and very cool piece of paper. That is a piece of paper, guys. It's got a funky feel to it too. It feels like a piece of magazine paper. What is this? Oh gosh, I got lost in the design. Sorry. Stop talking there for a minute. All right, quick overview here. Oh, vellum. Hello, vellum. I love you. Ooh, vellum. My dad served in Greenland when he was in the army in the Korean War. I think it was in the Korean War that he was there. All right, let's see. All right, girls, we're looking for something that strikes us. I really love this stripes paper and this one. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm loving this whole section. I know I don't want to use any of these, so I'm going to flip this and I'm going to put these down low, these up high. I'm going to start working with what we've already pulled, and if I need more paper, I'm going to come back to that stash because I've already pulled these. So the blues mimic what's here, but these, I don't want these, do I, right next to each other? I don't think so, for sure. All right, let me check comments so I can chat with you guys. That vellum is gorgeous, right, Jackie? I put it aside, but it is fabulous. I love vellum. Oh, let's see now. But sometimes I decide if this is like the right width for what I need, I'll just put it there because it was meant to be. This black is sticking out like a sore thumb right now. Look at that, kind of fits in there, but not quite. This black, I don't know, it's like fitting. I have to keep that in mind that I need to keep some dark elements in here to kind of go with this black or cover it up completely. I absolutely love this, but I feel like it needs to be a secondary, not primary, meaning it should be in the background. It's so bold. Maybe we should put it right here and cover up some of that washi. Let's do that. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to make a mark back here. I'm going to mark here. I'm going to cover up some of this washi. So I need it that wide, and then I need it this long. So the first thing for me, and you don't have to do it the way I do it, but the first thing for me is to cover up the envelopes with some pretty papers that strike me. If you, like I said, if you had a theme, you'd be going specifically looking for like Christmas or a beach theme, or like I said, trains or softball or football or whatever your theme might be. But if you don't have a theme, really, it's super fun because anything goes. You can put whatever you want. Now, I don't know. That's kind of funky. It's going to get more on top, so please don't ever like put too much pressure on this. This is kind of funky, but I like it, and I've already cut it to size, so that's what's going here. So I'm going to cover up these tapes completely with this really pretty pink striped paper. And then we'll end up putting more stuff on top. That's interesting looking. And actually, because we have different sizes going here, right? Like this black is going to sit on top of this. So when you first get to this page, when you flip, this is going to be on top of it. So it's not going to be so bold, the stripes. Also, when you first open it, you're going to get a peek of the stripes here and here. Little peekaboo. I've got to get my bone folder and straighten that out a little. Where are you, bone folder? There you are. I need to just push that down. Make sure it's really nice and nice and even right there. Even Steven right there. Right there, it wants to come up a little. Okay. So I like that. Boy, this is all done. This is all done. We have 3 more pages to cover, and I just love this so much. Yeah, we're going to put this here. Don't make it too hard on yourself. Just make a decision and run with it. This is going to get cut here, and it's going to get cut right here. This looks like old paper because it looks a little yellowed, but I love it. Use that dark stripe that is on top of your pile. For what, hon? Wow, Denise, you have an uncle that's missing in action from the war? Oh, that's so sad. Gosh, that's like a heartbreaker. I'm sorry that that has happened to your family. Vicki says, I'm so glad this has happened to several crafters tonight. Well, thank you guys for you guys are like the absolute bomb.com for just jumping in and just like not even thinking about it. How many of you got my text or a Telegram messenger? How many of you got a text or a Telegram messenger telling you to jump on over on YouTube? Where did you see that little announcement? Because I put it on the Facebook page and I put it in community and I put it, I love this paper so much. I want it on my walls, for goodness sake. Now, remember, I'm going to try to keep this tuck. So I'm not going to glue that. However, I may want to reinforce, let me get something, this right here, because I don't want that coming loose. So I'm going to put a little dab of glue under there and really secure that down, this little flap here. I don't want that getting stuck when I'm trying to put things into this little tuck. So now I want to make sure that I didn't glue that down, but there's just the top part. Jeannie got a Telegram message. Swaps, Crafts, and More. Who are you, Swaps, Crafts, and More? You got a Telegram. I'm going to highlight your page. I'm going to pin your channel here on Facebook. No, excuse me. Didn't mean to do that. It's a I went to channel. What I want to do is pin your comment so people can go check out your channel later. Replace pinned comment. Happy to do that for you guys. If I can pin you guys that have your own channels, I'm happy to give us more people to follow. Why not? All right, Moji Life. Wow, somebody shut off the heat. Good gravy. The heat's blaring in my house. That was me earlier. I was freezing, so I turned it up, and then I forgot to shut it back down. Hoochie mama, I'm going to need my fan soon. I want to get right off the edges of this. Make sure it really stays down. And then I always get glue on the opposite side, so I just make sure before I close anything that this is really dry. You know, that the top doesn't have glue. Uh-oh, you know what I did? I made a mistake. I shouldn't have put glue right there, and I did. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to glue this side first. Everything is figure outable. We're going to glue this side first. We're going to come down this way. I'm going to put something in there to save me from myself. So let me find a little piece of wax paper. I had one here. I took everything down in my craft room, you guys, because I was putting that wallpaper up. So now it's a matter of finding all the things. Let's do this. I'm going to take a little piece of like wax paper. Hopefully it's big enough. And stick it in there. I've got to close this vent. Holy schmoly. No more heat, please. All right. A little piece of wax paper. I'm going to try this stuff in here. This was just not thinking. Just in case the glue. I don't want it to stick, but if it does stick, I don't mind if it sticks to that wax paper, and then I can pull that out without damp, you know, it's sticking so that I still have my pocket there. Okay, there we go. That is so gorgeous. Uh-oh. Is it too far over? Where's my bone folder? Reinforce those edges so it folds nicely and easily. Oh, beauteous. Oh, no. Look at it's too long, girls. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez Louise. What did I do here? I went just a tad too long. Listen. We're going to work this out, man. I'm not going to let that stop me. You guys, when I say everything's figure outable, I'll piece it together somehow. Don't you worry. Don't let it stop you. I'm going to see if I can fit this under here because this gets rather narrow. We're going to stuff it. And I'm going to cut off a sliver of this because it's just a sliver too long. And I want a nice straight line. Let's see if it'll reach my little blade. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's get this all back together. Now maybe I got it. Oh, good gravy, girls. Already I'm having a heck of a time. Wait a minute. Where's the front? That's the front. Whew. There we go. I folded that. That's okay. There. You now. Are you going to fold properly? Let you come out of here for a second. See, it's sticking. That's the glue. Not too bad. Will you fold? Yes, you will. Okay, now you're going to behave yourself, you little brat. I think I cut it crooked too. What a fool I am today. Silly girl. This is feeling off to me. Never any pressure, you guys. Don't let these little things wig you out because I tell you what, when you're flipping through your book, you're never going to it's just not going to come to mind. You're not going to worry about any of it when you're enjoying the book. And in fact, you know what I could do here to protect this whole edge is put some decorative washi. Let's see what everybody's saying. Text for me. So Barb got a text. It flipped across the two of my screen when I was watching replay at Fraps and Scraps. Oh, that's funny. Marion says she likes when the mishaps happen because then she can learn. Exactly. Exactly. Carrie got a text. You have a Facebook group with the same name. Cool. Tell me your first name, though. Swaps, Crafts, and More. Who are you? What's your name? Missy got the telegram. Marion got a text and saw it on the page. You haven't checked out Telegram yet. Well, I have about less than a week left on Community, the texting service. It's going away in less than a week. And then I will only have I will only have Telegram. So if you want to stay in touch, that's cool right there, you guys. This part got unsticky because I unstuck it. That didn't make any sense. But this, I like this here. And I want to kind of salvage this like flubbed up job that I did here. So I'm going to cut a length of this. It says the artist's life, and it's like a ruler. Just stinking cool, right? Tammy, I think, sent me this. So I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to flip this. I'm going to fold it over. It's very thin and transparent, kind of like wax paper or tissue paper. I'm going to try to flip this and get it to stick under here. And then we'll have that measuring tape there. That's kind of cool. I like it. Let's get it. You need to stuff under there. There you go. Pretty. I actually really love this tape. Theartistlife.com is where that washi tape came from. And it was a gift from Tammy, I believe. Okay, so I just have one more left. It's just this one. And I think, oh no, I have two more left. Maybe I should do a solid there. Like a solid green. Let's see. Or do I have a green decorative paper that I like? That's too busy. I'm looking through my papers. Oh, I have this black. You guys, that's cool. This would be a really cool play on the black that's in the back here. And a play on, you know, some very vintagey, some modern. I really like this edge right here with the flowers. I'm going to put that right there. And it kind of pulls the black from the tape, from the washi tape. See, don't overthink. Just pick your colors. Remember, we're going to be decorating all these pages, so they're going to get covered up somewhat anyway. So don't get real worked up on, does it match? It's not the right theme. None of that. Just, I think when we put this stuff together and when it doesn't all match, it really makes you think when you're going through a book. It really makes you think about it and look at it, and you pay more special attention to things, in my opinion. Oh, I love this. Love this so much. I think it's a little long. Hold on, girls. I think I'm just a tish long here. Let's line you up. Yep, I'm a sliver. I'm a sliver too long. That measuring tape, isn't it cute? It's from the art. What did I say? The artist single, not plural. Theartistlife.com is where she got it. And it is very cool. They actually have some really nice stuff on that website. It's a woman. It's a US company, and it's a small business, a woman who owns this creative company. I had never heard of it before. She sent me the tape, but I love the tape. I'm very happy to have it. Now this, I can get glue all over the back of this because I'm just going to cover this whole thing. Running the glue right off the edges of the paper, so the paper sticks really well. And then I usually put a swatch of it in the middle. Sounds like my oldest child is home. He is a junior in high school, and his girlfriend, Maddie, is a volleyball player. So he went to support Maddie. She had a game tonight. So he went to the volleyball game to cheer them on. Look at you guys. I love the way this is coming together. What do you think so far? Should we do a quick flip through? This, it's just plain neutral. We got that. We'll cover that up with something. We've got to cover this. I love it. Okay, this right here It is the space. We almost could make this a book with a binding that you sew into, but it's the fold of my envelope. Like, it's first of all where these things are hanging out in my envelope. And then when I flipped this all around to cut that little piece off of here, it put like a permanent fold right there. So we need to put right on the back, I need to put a heavy piece of cardstock that's going to hold that in place so it doesn't want to do that. All of the weight of all of these flaps is right kind of at that fold. So I need to put something really sturdy back there. I have something great in mind. I just don't think it's big enough. Let me grab something. I'm thinking, I have this burlap paper. I don't think it's big enough though. Let me just see. I'm going to grab the cover of it. If the book fell apart, I got this at, I think, Hobby Lobby. Yes, it's a Hobby Lobby thing. Oh, it's not thick enough, but we could use washi tape. I want something thick and heavy that's going to hold this page down. And actually, here's where the mess up, like where that fold is. So I would want this on this side. It's almost long enough, but not quite. Oh, forget it. I don't want it to be too far off. Okay, so let's instead, so that we're matching the front, let's just grab some regular cardstock. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the same color. Was this the color that I used on the front? No, I used gray. It's going to get covered. We're going to decorate it with something anyway, so I'm not too terribly worried about the front not matching the back. Let's do that. I really like that color more than the other one even. So we need it to be this big by that big. Okay, Tamara says, added YouTube bonus, can text message without exiting the live. How, my friend? How do you do that? Well, I'm happy to hear that, like, you could be texting your BFF. Come join me on YouTube. I'm watching Grace and she's making a cool book. Oh no, I'm just teasing. Or usually for me, it's like me texting my family. They're calling me and I'm like, I'll be out there in a minute, and they can't hear me. So I have to like text them. I'll be out in a minute. That's usually what it is for me. I'm gonna have to try to find a live tomorrow that I can test that out with. Something's crooked here. It's not crooked. What is crooked is the way I put that cover on. You can see it there and right there. I'm just a little bit off. I don't let it hold me down, girls. Just gonna cut that off so now I have a straight edge here again. I was just a tish off on this one corner. So then your eye deceives you. You don't know where to connect it if that's still sitting there. So I want to take that off so that I can connect this without any worry of messing it up. I'm using a lot of that glue stick this week. Okay, I have to move it closer to me so I can reach. Short girl problems. I think that I'm on right there. I think. All right, front cover, back cover. You can see where I'm off just a little bit right there. This will get covered with something, so it probably shouldn't even matter. But cut that off. Now I just have this to cover. I love the pages on the inside. Eek. Okay, and then this little flap here, it might be helpful for me to put something in there. And cardstock wouldn't be a bad idea because it will help solidify and keep that strong. So let's, or should I do washi tape? It's thick enough for washi tape, to be truthful with you. Washi tape is not going to add any thickness to it. That's the thing about it. If you're trying to add some security to something, like make it strengthened and you're using washi tape, use the foiled stuff because that does tend to be thicker. But otherwise, I'm looking at my stash here. I don't think I want any of these. Is that okay to admit? I don't think I want any of these colors in there mixing up with this. I'm just going to do, we're going to do a strip of this. I have to put washi tape around the outside of this thing anyway. And then this needs to be, gosh, it's like an inch. It's not even that big. Good night, Tammy Lynn. It is late. This is why we do late night crafting. Okay, I'm just getting a little strip here, big enough to stick in that spot. Yep, I'm good with that. We could always add more like tape or papers over this when you decorate the pages. But I want this to be even. A couple of things. I want it to be even, but I also don't want to hinder the fold. Like, you want to make sure you're not so close to your fold that you can't fold. Okay. This now is a pocket right here. So something will go in there. We just have that little protection there, and we have to put something on this cover. I'm really loving this, and I'm wondering if I shouldn't use that again. I repeated the ocean paper. So I could repeat this one. What ones do I have that I have enough of? Any one of these I could repeat. You guys can vote in the comments. Help me decide. So on here, on this page, whoops, let's get this back in its spot. On this page here, it's like the opening page. I'm going to open it up. We want to see this, and it's actually going to stick out a little bit right there. You want to see that? I want to see number 1, number 2, or number 3. Okay, I don't like number 3 at all. So I'm ruling out number 3. So it's either number 1 or 2. The black or the floral. Which do you guys think? Which do you think? Sip of tea for me. You guys vote. Sandy says it's only 9 for her. Woo! Rock and roll. 1 or 2. Do you like the black or do you like the floral? I see votes for number 2. Ooh, 1 person. Jeannie voted for number 1. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 votes for number 2. Whoops, no, 1 versus 2. Yeah, lots of votes for number 2. Okay, so if we use this, we're going to need to cut another piece because that one's not the right size. So it's easiest for me if I flip it this way and line this up. Then I can make a mark here and here. It's easier if you do it on the ends, actually, because that's where your paper cutter is going to line up, there and right here. Okay, they're listening to some country music in the living room. I don't know what's going on in there with my older boys. Gannon has gone to bed. He's not that much younger, but that kid needs his sleep and he knows it. So he went to bed already. Before I even came back here to go live, he had gone to bed. I really, really, really love this paper, you guys. Oh, is that pretty? Good choice, ladies. Janet says number 2, Marianne the floral. Yep, number 2. That's what we went with. That's the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, all of our pages covered now. We can do a quick flip through and check and see what we got. Whoops. Whatever way is easiest for you to line this up, that's the way you should put it. I like to hover it over the paper until I make sure I have the corners lined up. Then I drop the corners and then smooth out the rest. It looks like it's too long right here again. You just need to make sure you're able to fold it and it's not gonna get damaged right there. No, it's working. A little tuck spot. So we have, I love this hanging out right here. I love it. So we have open it to floral in the ocean, and we have this tuck spot. Another page, another tuck spot. This one we decided to close off all the tuck spots. So this is just a page. This is a page, but it has on both sides, you can put something into the plastic. And then here we have this mini tuck spot. Now I want to fortify the outside. On my glue books, I always do all of the edges. And I think it can be really fun to glue all the edges with different washi tapes because it can make it look really interesting. I definitely need to do a washi tape here to fortify that fold. So the question becomes, do we use the same washi tapes that we used in other places in the book, or do we grab some new ones? I do really like this Artist Life. Let's just use this one here. I really like it. Let's start with this. And we're going to presumably cover, this cover is going to get decorated. So we may not even be able to see this in the end. Now, one thing I will say about this, washi tape is repositionable. It is low tack. So if you want to really make sure, and that hinge is going to get a lot of action. If you really want to make sure it's going to stay in place, give it a good glue backing. Back it up with some tacky glue or something. I got to bring this closer to me so I can see what I'm doing here. I would love it if I could get the words, The Artist Life, on the front of this book and then wrap around the rest of it. Oh, I got to go further south here. That was too high. So you guys, we do work with the local radio station for our other company, my husband's company. It's a landscape company, and we do take out a lot of ads. And our ad rep, oh, that's a little bit too, I have to go up a little higher. Our ad rep texted me yesterday, and she said, do you guys want to go to see Carrie Underwood on Thursday? And I was like, what? She's like, I have 4 tickets. They're comp tickets. I have them. Would you guys want to go? I'm like, let me check with the family. See, that's really short on this side if I'm able to see the words on this side. So I'm going to do this, and I think I'm going to put another piece of it here. And then we'll get the words on this side as well, because I really like the words. So anyway, she offered us Carrie Underwood tickets for tomorrow night. I know, but Shauna, we're not going. I was like, who turns down Carrie Underwood tickets? Oh, the Kurtzes do. The Kurtzes do. My husband is like in the throes of the fall, has to get all his work done before freeze up. So it's not really, this is so handy this way, you guys. That's why I like this big, fat, wide glue stick. I don't want it to curl onto itself. So anyway, bummed out in a way, but at the same token, you know, it's a school night, it's a work night, it's 90 miles away. We went to the Chris Stapleton concert. We had a stinking ball. My husband and I, we loved it. I used to go to concerts all the time before I met my husband and had kids because I loved them. We had a great time at Chris Stapleton. We didn't get home until 2 a.m. on a work night. Kids were in bed. You know, they had put themselves down for the night, teenage boys. But I said, the boys can't afford to be staying up till 2 in the morning on a school night. We're the no fun parents. We're the really sensible parents. Seriously, we are. I do too, Shauna. I love concerts so much. I know it's so exciting, Maureen. I wish we were going, but at the same time, it's okay. We decided it just didn't work. The timing didn't work out for us, but wouldn't that have been fun? Okay, look, I love that with the artist life on there. And actually, I love it enough that when I decorate the front of this, I'm going to try to not cover that. I'm going to consider my decoration space to be everything to the right of that because I really love it. And you know what? I tend to do collages on the front of my books. Did I do one on these 2 books that I messed up over here? I hadn't even gotten to it yet, had I? Oh, see, I like to do these little clusters. But you could just take another piece of decorative paper that you love and put it on the front with some wording or some little embellishment or something like that. I didn't use this paper, so I'm going to put it aside. I like to keep together, like I said, all of the things that I've already used in the book, the colors and patterns and stuff. I like to keep them together so that if I'm looking for something to fill in with, I have those to pick from so that things match. Now, quick, just check to see, is there any place that initially I feel like I could fit these things in this book? What do you think of it so far? I like the way it's together. I'm not feeling anything for the library card right now. Oh, I do not want to cover that beautiful paper. I'm not feeling the library card, so I'm going to put it aside. And these are time cards. And it's nothing jumping out at me here. Feeling like I need to put those in here. Here's that recipe card, which, sometimes when I'm not done with a book, but I'm going to put it aside, just be done with it for now, I will stick something in the tuck spots to remind myself, oh yeah, there's a tuck spot there that I could put something in. So, and what makes a lot of sense is to take your leftover papers that you have, these leftover scraps that you want to use at some point in the book anyway, and if they'll fit, stuff them into your tuck spots so that you'll have them for later. Now, I can't do it there because I'm not going to be able to fold it. But you see what I'm saying? If you can just store these in your book so that when you're looking for stuff, you know where they are, that is actually a really handy idea. 52 here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the thumbs up. Yes, I can't see where there's a number. Shauna, when you're live, can you see that there's a number of people? Thank you for giving me that update. And yes, please, you guys, hit that thumbs up. That's right under the screen where, it says the name and it says how many subscribers. Hit that thumbs up. And then if you don't mind, when we're done, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell so you get notifications when I go live or whenever I post anything. Yes, I could do that. Yeah, Kimberly, she said the one that opens from the top, I could stick these in there if they would fit, if they're not too wide. Absolutely, we could stick these in here just as a place to hold them. That's really smart for the little ones because you don't want to lose them, but they might be able to get used somewhere along the way. Right, so you just stuff them in there, and then when it's time to work on the book again, you know where they all are. These aren't all going to fit though, but I love the idea, Kimberly. You see 55, but Cindy, where are you seeing it, my love? I can't see where it tells you a number, but it's so exciting. I'm so glad we were able to connect over here and not have to worry about missing it because the other stuff wasn't working. I'll just say the other stuff. I'm thinking on now, what do I want to put in it? I love the decorating. To me, So let's look at this one because I finished this one. I just messed up the binding on it. So this one was to be like this. And then you would open it like that. I even stuck little scraps in. I just really messed up the holes on this. So I'm hoping, look at that cute little girl. I'm hoping I actually will be able to salvage this. I'm going to salvage it. I'll either take these apart completely and create the book again, like just use everything that I have here, but just fix this binding part. Oh, look at that little tag is the a little tuck spot. And then another little folder back here. I love this book. But I found it tonight. I was like, where I forgot I even had that one. And then this one, same thing. I was working on the pages. I don't think I've gotten to the point of sewing this one together yet. I was working on the signatures for this one. For me, the decorating part, it like really gets me excited. Like these pages that now we can go ahead and add things to them. The number under the live chat. I don't see that on my screen. It's so bizarre. Number under live chat. Oh, okay. Hold on. Maybe I can. Unpin message. I'm not seeing it. It's the weirdest thing. All messages are visible. I see that. So strange. You guys, there's a bad comment. Put user in a timeout. Hide user on this channel. Yes, we will. And user's messages will be hidden. All right, we just hid that person. Whoa, you guys, Denise, is that all under you? Message deleted, message deleted. All right, I deleted it. Sorry, you guys, there was a bugger there. I got him. Oh, that could be. That could be. Shauna says, oh, look at, okay. So on my laptop screen, I can't see it, but on I'm looking at my camera that I'm going live from, and it tells me 51. So I can see it on this camera right there if I look, but I have to go on my tippy toes because the camera is positioned so high up above my table. That's why I couldn't see it. Thank you, Shauna. You're so smart. You're so smart. If you guys see any more buggers, let me know because we got to get rid of them. Yuck. I thought that I had pinned, all right, I just pinned swaps, crafts, and more. So I wanted to pin some of you ladies who have your own channels. I did Joy's already. And so I think I did those two, but I didn't do yours yet, Shauna, did I? So let's do yours. There is swaps, crafts, and more. And then here is Wraps and Scraps, Shauna. So you guys can go check out their pages too. Okay, so any ideas, you guys, for this? So the process for putting this together, putting the book together out of a couple of envelopes, I just am loving that. I just think it's so beautiful. This is like, this feels really unusual compared to everything else that we have in here, but I'm going to leave it. The next part of putting this book together, so that's your first part, is to actually construct it. The next part is the decorating of the pages. And I just showed you an example of that for those of you that are newer to junk journaling. Like, making these little pockets for things. And I like to add texture. So I like to add textiles and fabrics. This is a napkin that's decoupaged on there. I use regular like scrapbook paper, decorative scrapbook paper to decorate the pages. I love doing this part. I create little pockets. I love this. Maybe I would do a little corner pocket right here with one of these papers. That would be really pretty, just like I did here. But this next part, what I was going to say is this next part, it takes different supplies. I don't need the folders. I may use the tape again and the glue, but I don't need my my folders anymore, the stuff that I use to create the pages. So I could put that aside. Now I pull out decorative things like your ephemera, like those little vintage photos that you get. Let me grab a couple of ephemera packs and I'll show you. I constantly grab at my burlap, and I constantly grab for my corrugated cardboard. But these are the kinds of things I always grab. I love to have burlap in my books. But these kinds of things. So you can buy packs of these little photos and images and tickets on His Majesty's service. That looks like the outside of an envelope, copy of an outside of an envelope. There's some stickers, some tags, some like old handwritten notes. These are the kinds of things that you then put in there. That actually looks really pretty there. Inside your book. And so most of us have little collections, and I just like to keep them in these little envelopes of these kinds of things. And I get a lot of mine off Amazon, but I also use Taperology. That's kind of cool. An old sewing machine. She's adorable. Like these two things here, I love them together. I love them on the soft paper. So what I would be tempted to do is to paper clip these down rather than glue them down so that you can move them in the book. I don't have super fancy paper clips. I wish I did. I have just basic ones. But what I might do here is just take them. They can be decorative on the page and just paper clip them in so that they could be, if I decided later that I wanted to do something else with them, I could pull them out and use them. Okay, so that's kind of how we go then and start decorating our pages. We start to look for stuff that just strikes us. I mean, you can have a theme if you want to. I actually think it's really fun to not have a theme and just start stuffing your book. Like start stuffing it with things. Let's look. I have some stickers and I've got my rolls that I love to make, my paper rolls. I have a couple of little pockets that I've made before that could be just glued right in. But in here I have my little snippet rolls. So these are really fun. I have ones made out of paper and ones made out of fabric, and these can be really fun for like gluing on the outside of a page to give you something to grab to turn the page. That one I don't love the colors for it, but I have these in all kind of shapes and sizes. This one has burlap on it. I like this one a lot. It's wacky. The colors are wild. The green matches my green though. What I would do for this one is I usually just cut them, you guys. I love how, I'll stick this in here because you never know when you might want or need it. In fact, it could be used somewhere else in the book as a little decorative element right there. Perfect. So this came off the end of that. So they match me. Just this is the way my mind works. I want to use it somewhere in the book so that everything's coordinated, right? So it matches this pink paper here. I'm just going to stick it while I have it. I'm just going to stick it right here. There. And then this one, I want to make sure I don't have any sticky glue. This one, some people sew them on. If I put it there, it's going to stick out, and I love that. However, I like it more on this side. This one is thick enough, you guys. I could actually make it a tuck or a belly band, but I like it on the very edge. So I'm going to glue it down right here like that. So I need to put glue only on this edge here. Lots of it. You can do this same thing with lace if you have like chunks of lace, or see, I like something chunky, or a piece of fabric, a roll of fabric, or ribbon. You know, if you have a thick chunky ribbon that you love, you can put it on the outside of your page. And I just love the little detail it gives. I love the chunkiness of it. And I love that it helps me flip my pages. It's like a little tab almost. Ooh, that's pretty. What do you think of that? Judith, I'm glad you got me live too. Good night, you guys that are going to bed. Good night, good night. Sleep well. Swaps, crafts, and more. She says, it's almost 11:30 on the East Coast and I have a full day tomorrow. It's bedtime. Good night, my friend. Sleep well. Oh, and good night to anybody else I missed. Oh, Ruth. That was Ruth. Thank you for telling me your name, Ruth. All right. So I love this so much. So personally, this stuff did you see that those two pages kind of stuck together? I might have some residual glue hanging out of here that if I close the book, they're going to stick together. So be very, very careful when you're gluing things down. What I would normally do here, I glued that down. I saw a little stickage going. I walk away from the book and I just leave it there for a while. 20 minutes, a half hour, an hour. I'll go get a cup of tea. I'll go throw the laundry in, do something else. Maybe organize some papers or keep going through my ephemera packs, looking for other things that I can put in the book. But I can't close the book until that's dry. Or I suppose you could put a craft mat or a piece of paper in between to help too. But I just go find something else to do. That's what I do. It says it's a perfume. Looks like a perfume cover to a perfume bottle. Maybe we could use that in here. And there's nothing that says you can't glue something on the outside of these clear pockets, but not sure. I'll put it back for now. So anyway, all right. I think I'm going to pick up with, oh, look at this big tag, you guys. Oh, it's nice and big. Where could I put it? You could put it here that way because it closes this way. The only thing is we won't be able to grab it from its top. You'd have to grab it from its side, or we could cut it to make it shorter. This tag is cool though. It fits perfectly in there. I don't know. I'm going to leave that one there because I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. And then leave that open so it can dry or the glue can settle in. Oh, this matches it. Okay. All right. So anyway, I think I'm going to hang it up here for tonight. We can work on this book another time. I'll just call it the Envelope Junk Journal. I'll come up with a name for it. And when I do these sessions, that it's more than one session to finish the project, I'll come up with a unique name for the book. And then I will post when I do the videos, I'll post them in a series here on YouTube so that you can easily find that series and see the book come together from start to finish. That's what I try to do. So we're just going to leave it there to dry overnight. I'm going to put a few things away, say goodnight to all my friends, and say many blessings to you guys. Thanks for being here. I hope you get a good night's sleep. And oh, thank you. I'm so thankful that YouTube is an option for us, you guys. I really am. Because, yeah, sometimes things don't work. So thanks for being here with me. Good night, all. Have a good night.